the last class, we try to understand what is SQL. This is the only language which you can communicate to a database. Remember that you cannot talk to database any other language. This is the only language. And we were able to see how the data is getting stored and why SQL is important, because there is no other technology which can match the speed of SQL transactions. How did we prove that? We were able to prove it with the help of two concepts. One is called OLAP and one is called OLTP. So OLAP stands for analytical processing, where the transactions can happen even after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. The best example is Netflix. You watch the Netflix movie and 3 days, 4 days down the line, they'll start recommending you the movies. And another example is, I have told you about the Amazon. Like you start adding to the cart and removing, adding to the cart, removing, and finally they end up giving you the offers. Talking about the online transactional processing, the one of the best example I would say is scanner. Like you scan it and the transaction should happen immediately. It cannot wait for 3, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. It's not allowed. Or you send someone a GPay or a phone pay, that also comes under the transactions, right? The immediate transactions. And there is no other technology which can match the speed of SQL, and that is why this is very important for us, right? And moving on, now we will see the comparison. We'll see the comparison. So this is OLTP, which is an immediate transactions. This can take some time, right? This can take some time. So the best example here is you are making a GPay or a phone pay or even a scanner or ATM. Like you go to ATM, we withdraw some money, and immediately the balance should be affected to your account. And if you take it to OLAP, it's a Netflix or it's a Amazon recommendation. After 2-3 days, they start giving you offers, discounts, cashbacks, right? Now this is OLAP and OLTP. So in terms of the volume, if you see, handles a large number of small transactions. Today, one day, I have made 25 transactions on my GPay, PhonePay. Everything will be captured. So small transactions it will have, like let's say 25 is a large number. So large number of small transactions will getting captured. But here they'll not do anything. They'll simply keep on observing. Netflix or Hotstar or even Amazon, they start seeing what you're doing. Like they observe your activity, how many times you're logging into website, how many times you're logging out, how many times you're adding to the cart. All this information will be captured. Now this is very much a simple queries. This will be complex queries. Why complex query? They're monitoring your 3 to 4 days activity, right? 3 to 4 days they are monitoring how many times you're coming in, how many times you're adding to the cart, how many movies you're watching. Everything they'll take care of it, right? And this is very important. Response time, it should be in milliseconds, right? You send money, it should happen in milliseconds. You cannot wait for 60 minutes. You cannot wait for 120 minutes. It should be in milliseconds. And this can take minutes, hours, or even days. That is possible. And this is going to be considered as every transaction. Like one transaction I have made, I withdrawn 300 rupees. Another transaction I withdrawn 5,000 rupees. Maybe I've sent 3,000 rupees. So it's transaction. Here it will be aggregated. Aggregated in the sense, in particular day, how many times he has logged in, how many times he has logged out, how many times he has browsed it. So this is aggregated. It is counted. Day wise, it is counted. And finally, this is to just for running the business as usual every day. One thing is, even on your holidays, weekends, Sunday, Gandhi Jayanti, Republic Day, Diwali, Dasara, New Year, you take any day, banks will always be working, right? You go, your ATM doesn't say that, no, today is a new year, I'll not give you money, right? So if the ATM is properly loaded with money, you will get it. There is no holidays for your banks or any transactions, right? Even if there, maybe it will be down for some time, the service may be down for some time, but not every time, right? This is very useful for to run your real life business. But here it is basically to give you some ideas or suggestions or maybe recommendation. It will take some time, right? 3 to 4 days they'll analyze and they'll take some time. Well, both can be implemented for your SQL transactions, but this is mainly for OLTP because there is no other transactions can match with the speed of OLTP. Okay, now let's get back into few of the again information. So being a data analyst, the first thing you have to do is start figuring it out everything in a visuals. Now what exactly we are doing here is of course Python or everything becomes like a programming language, but most of the people who are using SQL, right? And it is almost coming 45% of the data is coming from OLTP systems. That means we are working on real-time data. We will be analyzing real-time data. Now that's an insight for you. And apart from that, we also see that though there are a lot of other technologies in the market, your SQL will never be replaced. I don't know how many times I've told this in all of my sessions. Maybe it have crossed 500 times or 100 times, and I keep telling you this: SQL will never be replaced. After 10 years, after 20 years, after 30 years, until our generation ends, SQL will be used, because that's the beauty of the subject as well as a skill which you can communicate to any database. And on top of this, there are a lot of other technologies have come, but this is a core. Without this, there is nothing you can communicate with a database, right? With all that, let's start seeing which is a database that we are going to learn. Okay, now as I've given an example like storage, pen drive is a storage. Pen drive is a storage. In pen drive, what you can store? Images, videos, audios, files, movies, right? So all this is something which we store. I come from a generation where I used to download the movies from torrent. Have you heard about this website? Torrent.
Yes.
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 But nowadays, nothing. And in the last week, right, I had one of my cousin who has come to my home. I was asking, I mean, he was asking, we had casual discussions. Where do you get updated movies? I was saying, you download it from torrent. He's asking, what is torrent? The generation has changed in that a way that nowadays everyone is actually going through OTT platforms. He's asking, I have Netflix, I have Hotstar, I have Prime, I have Z, something and all he's saying, right? But we were the generation who have seen torrent, correct? Now, a lot of things have been changed. But in a pen drive, you have all the storages. But what really matters is what is the size of the pen drive? What is the size of the pen drive? Now, in the pen drive itself, you have Transcend pen drive, you have SanDisk pen drive, you have Sony pen drive, you have Samsung pen drive, correct? Now, similarly, for a database also, we have different brands of database. Just like how your pen drive is having different companies, your database is also having different companies. So we have a Microsoft SQL Server. IBM is a company, you know IBM, right? So IBM, the beauty of IBM is they have their own database. They have their own database. So if KSR is not having any database, right? For example, all the 14,000 students who have been part of KSR, now I have to store this information somewhere, but we don't have a database. I cannot store it in my personal machine. What if my laptop crashes? What if my OS crashes? So all of my data is gone. So I will take one of the database help. I'll ask, hey IBM, I want to store a data. Can you lend me your database? I'll pay rent. So every day, maybe daily basis or monthly basis or yearly basis, I have to pay them rent so that they keep our data secure. Like this, there are so many databases in the market: SQL Server, Postgres, DB2, Oracle, MySQL, right? Now, in this, we are going to learn one database. In this, we are going to learn one database. Okay. One hypothetical question. Let's see if you can answer this. When I say hypothetical, it may not happen, but let's say if I ask this question. Imagine you people have joined this course with a zero knowledge of computers. You don't know anything about computers, right? Forget about data analyst, forget about SQL, forget about Power BI. You have joined this course where you don't know anything. You have joined this to learn computer class. So in your 10th standard or 12th standard, you would have went to your computer class where they'll teach you typewriting, and they'll teach you this is CPU, central processing unit, this is mouse, this is keyboard, this is monitor. So all this they will explain, right? Imagine for the next 2 minutes, this session is on computer class. Okay. Now, today you people have joined the computer class. Today I'm going to explain you how to use pen drive. Today I'm going to explain you how to use pen drive. First, you have to open the pen drive cap and you have to insert that into a USB cable, that is USB port on your system. If you're using a laptop or if you're using a computer, there will be a USB port. Just plug in, and in the right side corner, you will be getting one message like a new device inserted. Then go to the My Computer, then open that, double click it, your pen drive will be open, and in the pen drive you will see a lot of documents, files, everything, and you use whatever you want, copy, paste, delete it, organize everything, you do it. And the most important thing is, while plugging back the pen drive, you have to go and right click and eject. Only if you eject it, it's a safe removal of the device and you remove it. Okay. Now computer class is done. I have explained this in Sony pen drive. Okay, all done. Tomorrow you go for working in a company. There they will ask you to use Samsung pen drive. Will you come back and ask me why you have not teach Samsung pen drive, or you will do it by yourself?
We'll do it ourselves.
We do it by our.
I did not teach you to use Samsung, right?
Yeah, but all are same.
A pen drive is a pen drive. The process is same.
Process is same. That's the answer I was looking for. Process is same. Whether you use a Sony pen drive or you use a Samsung pen drive or use a Transcend pen drive, the process is same. Now, that is what even we are going to learn. Here, we are focusing on language. SQL is a language. So if I teach you this language, you can go and talk to this database. You can go and talk to this database. Yes, 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 and yes. Because you're learning the process. So it doesn't matter if I'm teaching Oracle or a MySQL or a SQL Server, it's just a tool. It's just a tool, right? You can go and talk to any of the database, because in this session, we are going to focus on the language, not the tool. Maybe I am working in MySQL, I'll be explaining MySQL. Maybe tomorrow I'll be working in Oracle, I may teach you Oracle. But what to know? I mean, what to do if you go to IBM? You go to IBM, though IBM will not borrow any other database. They have their own database to work with. So you can never come and ask me, why have you not teached IBM? Each database has different pros and cons, but language is going to be same. Another example I'll tell you, imagine this course is on a spoken English class. Okay, you have all joined here to learn English. Now I may teach English for you, but I'll teach in a very normal way. Like, you have to speak with the words clarity. I'm not using a high-fi words. I'm not using a high-fi vocabularies, right? I'm going to teach you in a very simple terms. You learn English. Then tomorrow you go to Pakistan, or you go to Afghanistan, or you go to UK. Will you again come and ask me, you teach me English what they speak in Australia? Or will you come and ask me, teach me English what they speak in Japan? No. English is English. The way they speak is, fluency may change, speed may change, vocabularies may change, but English will not change. Now, if I'm explaining about language, 95% of all the syntax is same in all the database. So if I teach you one syntax, if I use you one word, that word is common in all the databases, but I'll not say 100%, 95%. 95% of the syntax is same in all of the databases. Small things will be there. That is again with respect to that specific database. We are not worried about the 95%. We'll be worried about that 95%. So 95% of the times, the syntax is going to be same. With that, we are going to learn MySQL in our course. Again, I'm saying, don't focus on the tool, focus on the language. You learn the language, wherever you go in the world, you can still use it, right? And tools are just like a software, just it gives you a proper editor where you can go and talk to the database. Here, the process is to learn the language, right? With that, let's see why MySQL. Let's see why MySQL. This is the only database which is open source for us. That means we can download it and we can use it for free. If you go with any other database, they'll charge. If you go to IBM will say, okay, you can use my database. Maybe you have to pay this much, right? So this MySQL is a database that you can use it for your development purpose, your practice purpose. You can research it and we can do whatever you want, because this comes with the open source. Anyone can just simply start installing in their machine and start using it, right? And apart from that, it is highly configurable, high volume capabilities, cross-platform. When I say cross-platform, you can install in your Windows machines, Mac machine, Ubuntu machine, Unix machine, wherever you want, you can install it. And in terms of usability, it's secure and easy to use. I need not tell much about it, because you can see in the right side of the slide, all these companies are still using this database. Maybe we are using a free version, but it also has an enterprise version where licensing can also be there, where you have to pay some licensing. And anyway, we are going to learn everything in the cloud. This is all for the initial purpose where you have to get some hands-on experience. For that, I'm going to explain you MySQL, right? So this is all about the database. Now, without wasting much time, let's start installing our database. Before jumping into the practical implementation, we have to start installing the software. Now, software installation will take around 35 to 40 minutes. To save the time, what we have done is we have created a document, okay, where each and every step is being explained, and I'm going to walk you through this. And I request everyone to install this before coming to the next class. We will be sharing the installation document, so please install it. See, it is not needed for future because everything we are going to cloud, but you have to always find the hard path first. First, you struggle installing this, you struggle in practicing in on-prem. Only then you will understand the fruitful of cloud. Anyhow, we are going to learn cloud. Anyhow, we will be like learning Azure. There again, everything can be implemented on the fly in the cloud. But if you want to have a fruitfulness first, that means you have to struggle here. Let's struggle in installing the software. We'll see how this tool goes. We'll practice everything here, and finally we'll make everything easier. Directly, you can never ride a bike. First, you have to ride a cycle, you have to fall, you have to get up, you have to fall, you have to start cycling, and only then you can have a smooth ride in your bike. Same concept here. Let's struggle here. Let's struggle here. And directly, if you go and practice in the bike, there's high possibility that you will fall. Forget about you failing. The vehicle also will be damaged. I don't want that. Let's practice in the cycle first. Let's go on to the bike. So here we are going to install everything on your system, and then we are going to practice. Okay. With that, this is an official link for the installation. This is an official link for the installation. And if you don't like to go all this, if you don't want to remember all this, let me share you documentation of the installation. Okay. Now, this is the first step that you need to do. Just go to Google and search MySQL download for Windows. This should be a pretty straightforward. This is the first thing you have to do. If you follow my steps, every step, it should be a very smooth installation. Make sure that your laptop is above i5, and it should be at least 16 GB RAM. Okay, I mean 8 GB RAM also will work, but nowadays mobile itself is coming for 16 GB RAM, right? Mobile itself is coming for 16 GB RAM, so laptop usually is preferred 8 or 16. Anything with 4 GB, you may struggle it. So 4 GB RAM may not be possible. Even if it's possible, of course, I don't know which laptop you're using, but if it is a 4 GB, your laptop can get slower. It can become slower. So please make sure that it is having at least 8 GB. Now just go and search MySQL download for Windows. Click the first link, download MySQL installer. So you'll be getting two things. You'll be getting two things. Okay. So just select the latest version. When I was installing, maybe mine 8.0.34. Maybe you would have gotten 3.6 or 3.8. Doesn't matter. You always go and install the higher end. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you use Facebook, right? How many of you use Facebook? Personally, I don't use it. But and once upon a time, I was using Facebook during my college days. So in Facebook, there are two things you can do. One is in the mobile, you can install the Facebook app. Okay, you go to Play Store, you open the, you enter the Facebook, installation will come. It will be around 50 or 60 MB file, and you install it, and you can start seeing the videos, like tweets or news, whatever the people post, right? You can see. There is another version which is called mobile version. You simply go to browser m.facebook.com. If you open, again Facebook will open there. It's called browser based. One is app based, one is browser based. I personally prefer browser based. What is there? I simply go to Facebook to see whose birthday it is. That's all. Because that's where people would have updated their birthdays and they were never noticed. So that's the only place where I get to know about people's. A lot of relatives of mine stop talking to me. Reason? I don't wish them on their birthday. I don't wish them on their anniversary. I don't know what is great in that, right? They say after you taking class, after you're taking KSR and you've forgotten this. What is this? Right? Only to avoid that, I usually go to Facebook and see the birthdays and wish. But there are two things. One, you can open it in the app. One, you can open it in the browser. I always prefer browser. Reason? It is simple. But if you want to see the proper reels, if you want, proper videos, if you want to have a good messaging UI, you have to go and install a software, right? Similarly, here also, there are two things. There are two things. Okay. So one is actually a browser based installation. One is actually a browser based installation, okay, and one is app based installation. So this is app. If you can see, it's 331 MB and this is 2.4 MB. I would prefer to use this because it gives you a complete flexibility. It's like a Facebook app. You can install the app and you can use whenever you want. But if you're installing in a browser, you always need internet. You always need internet. Without internet, that m.facebook will not work. So I would suggest to go with this 330 MB. By chance your laptop is 4 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, I don't think anyone will have 2 GB RAM here, but in case if you have 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, simply you go and install this. This is for the people who have a very less configuration. Just because of this course, just because of this course, don't go and buy new laptop, not required. Use it with what you have. If your laptop is having very low configuration, go with a web-based database. If not, you also try to install the app-based. App-based will take around 330 MB. Now you download this. The moment you download this, it will ask you to either log in or sign up. You can simply click no thanks. Okay, no thanks. You can just click this. If you sign up, maybe you will get some updates and all. Not required for me. So just skip that. And once you download it, so this is a downloaded file. This is a downloaded file. It's getting downloaded 331 MB. It's getting downloaded. And once it is getting downloaded, just open your any of the software folder, create a MySQL as a software. This is all something which I need not tell you. It's a proper organized way of installing. So just open MySQL and just copy paste that MSA file which I have actually downloaded. So whatever I've downloaded, right, just go and store it in the MySQL folder. And that's all. Keep on double clicking it. Keep on double clicking it. If you double click, this is a window that you will get it. And this is where installation will start. And this is the first option you will be getting. This is the first option you will be getting. Okay. Now, we are not actually going to work for an organization. Okay, this database can be used for organizations, can be used for complete institute, can be used for startups, can be used to work with the clients, but we are installing for learning purpose. We are installing for learning purpose. So in the learning purpose, choose the custom option. Okay, immediately within a minute, if you want your laptop to get spoiled, go for full. Immediately the next minute, if you want your laptop to get slower, if you want your laptop to get damaged, you can go with full. What will happen? It will install all the libraries, all the configurations. Your laptop will become heavier. This type of databases is required if you are actually working for a project. So server, client only full. Don't do all this, just go with custom. The reason I'm going with custom is I'm using this only for learning purpose. Right? After learning, if I go to a company, they will give the laptop, they will give the software, they will give the credentials. Why should I spoil my laptop? So please don't go and install full and all. Full client server, don't do that. It's going to take more space. It is going to utilize more laptop. And tomorrow, don't go and install and come and complain me that because of that I've installed, get me a laptop. Don't ask me that. Okay, please go and install custom. In the custom, once you select that, it will show you an option. It will show you an option. So select the product. So MySQL server, application, documentation, everything, there is one plus mark here. Okay, there is one plus mark. If you expand that plus mark, you'll be getting that. Just drag this side. Just drag this side. Select this. So you will be able to expand all the plus. So here server, you have to get it, and you have to get the workbench. You have to get the workbench, and you have to get the shell, and also make sure that you select all this. So this 4 has to be selected. Okay, and you can select it from the plus mark, and these are the products to be installed. One is a server, one is a workbench where you can write the code, one is the router, like where you can get some connections, and shell is basically an internal OS that your database works. So this 4, just go and click it and click next. Make sure that this 4 products is selected. Make sure that this 4 products is selected. So once you have selected this 4, go and click next. Now, in order for your MySQL installation should happen, you should have a built-in softwares. You should have a built-in softwares. That means you should be having Microsoft Visual C++, Microsoft C++ 2019, or any of the things should be there. Okay, so this softwares may be present or may not be present in your system, right? Not every laptop I'll say that this Microsoft C++ distribution. See, it's not something which we are focusing. We are focusing on MySQL installation. But in order to install the MySQL, you have some dependencies. Okay, there are some Microsoft Visual C++ softwares that is pre-existed. It should be there, right? But unfortunately, my laptop doesn't have this. Don't worry. The moment you click the execute, in my system, Microsoft Visual C++ Studio is not there. This is required in order to install my MySQL, but I don't know, I don't have it. Don't worry, it will only show you the pop-up that this dependency software is not there. You simply go and agree the terms and condition and install. See, my focus was not to install this, but to install MySQL, it is asking some of the Microsoft products to be pre-installed. Don't worry, you need not go to Google, you need not go and search this, you need not download it, nothing. In the flow itself, it will ask you whichever software is not there. See, for me, this is not there. It is asking this. For you, there could be any other product. It is not there. Just go and click install. Automatically, that will be installed. So once you install this, this is the installation progress. This is not MySQL installation. This is, in order to install the MySQL installation, there is some other software that is required, that is C++ distribution. Something is there. And for that, I have to install it. So just go and click. After that, you will be able to see that Microsoft Visual C++ is been installed. Now you can see that all the pre-checks is there. Tick, 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 tick. Now go and click next. Now go and click next. And these are the 4 products that will get installed and start. Go and click execute. Ideally, this should take some time, and it will start installing one by one: server, workbench, router, shell. So it will start from 0% to 100%. So like this, it will happen. So this is completed, this is completed, this is installing, and this will complete. Make sure that all 4 are complete. Once it is complete, your enable execute button will be enabled, and make sure that you have all 4. I'm into the last step. So once this is getting installed, your execute button will be open, or it will go to the next. You click the execute. Next, this is a screen. This is a screen. Again, you go and click next. And don't do any changes. Let it be everything. Let it be a development computer. Don't do any changes. Keep it everything. Go and click next. And here it is asking to give a password. So just try to go with next. Make sure that option is selected and give one password. Give one password. Okay, just give your simple password. Okay, don't give your anniversary date or something. If you forget it, it's a long process. If you want to reset the database passwords, it's very hard. We have to do a lot of configurations. Better keep it very simple. It's a laptop, not your WhatsApp or Facebook to put locks here. Okay, just keep a very simple password so that it will save your time, and you need not, if you forget it again, it is a lot of configurations and you'll get fed up that you will reinstall it. Don't do all that. Just keep it as simple as possible, like admin or like welcome, something you keep. Re-enter it and make sure that you enter this and go and click next, and go and click next. Don't do any changes. Go and click next and just make sure that you select next. Let the options be like default options be there. And finally, this is the last step where you are installing everything, and finally you're applying the configurations, and go and click next, execute, and this will happen. The tick mark, tick mark, tick mark, it will happen for all these steps. Once it is done, you simply go and click finish. You simply go and click finish. The configuration of the MySQL Server 8.0.3.4 was successfully installed. Finish it. The moment you finish it, it will ask you the last step where you have to configure everything. Just go next, and here don't do any changes. Go and click finish. Okay, now next, finish. Okay, this is the last step. And the moment you install, a small command prompt will open and you can immediately close this. Once you close this, this is what is the software where you have to go and write your SQL code. Okay, this is where you have to write your SQL code. Now, this is called MySQL Workbench. This is called MySQL Workbench. You simply go here You simply go here and you search MySQL Workbench. Okay, MySQL Workbench. This is a software. The moment you open this, there is a window that will appear, which is called Welcome to MySQL Workbench. And you have to see one local instance here. If this one box is present, and if you see this message, that means your installation is complete. That means your installation is complete. Now, this is a software where you can go and write the code. Okay. Now, that's the last step, right? I will be sharing this document. So request you to follow exactly the same things from step number 1. And finally, this is a software where we will be writing our SQL code. Okay, so if I take one of your systems and then do a screen share and then we go and install, it's going to waste our time. So I've prepared a documentation. This documentation will be circulated to you all, and you don't need it. It's just a software, right? You just a software. Anyone can go and install it. Just install it, provided your laptop is minimum i5. i3 means you can still do it. You can still do it, but it becomes slower, and sometimes your system can hang, your system can switch off by itself. So all this can happen. So try to take care of that. Okay. So with this installation, we will be getting into the, after you go to with this website, or you go and get it from the documentation, right? You will be able to this is a app based, this is a web based. So web based is for people who were not able to use it, but this is something which I strongly prefer. And this is Workbench is a software. So MySQL is a database. Okay, and this is a place where we'll be writing the code. So it's basically used for developers. They come up with modeling, configurations, administration, and it can be installed on Windows, Linux, or Mac. Since majority of the people will be definitely Windows users, so that is why I've created a Windows document. Mac machine, it should be pretty straightforward, more easier than Windows. You can install it. Just go to the documentation. Instead of searching MySQL download for Windows, you search MySQL download for Mac. You will get the documentation steps. Very easy. Okay, it's very easy in Mac. I don't think anyone is using Linux machines or Ubuntu machines. So majority of the people will be using Windows or Mac. Install it. Once you install it, you should be able to see this screen. Okay, this screen. So where you will see the screen, this screen, once you open it, you will click this and it will ask you the password. It will ask you the password. So the password which you have given for the installation, right? Just type that. Just type that. So once you type that, this is a screen, you will get it. This is a screen, you will get it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 boxes you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 boxes you can see here. And if I talk about the presentation, in this first box, you will be writing your SQL code. This is called SQL Visual Editor. Now, this is a place where you have to write the code. And the moment you write the code, when I say you have to write the code, you have to write it in the code where the database understands. This is a tool now. If you want to go and ask some questions, you please go and ask in the SQL editor, and automatically you will be getting the results here. This is called query result. Whatever you ask a question, for that question, you will get an answer. Where you will get it in the query result. You'll get it in the query result. So in the SQL editor, you will be writing the code, and in the query result, you will be getting the results. And of course, whatever you run from morning to evening, it will keep tracking on the history board. So there is a history window. Whatever you write, right? Whatever commands you ask, it's getting tracked for internally. It's a session based. For example, if you close it and open, all this history commands will be gone. From morning to evening, whatever you have practiced, that commands you can see, which is called history. And here there is a small window which is called help panel. Suppose you don't know what is a syntax, you go and search here and automatically you will get it. You don't know what is insert, you don't know what is delete, you don't know what are the commands, you can always go and search this, you will get it. For you, this is not required. For you, this is not required. For you, I am the help command. Okay, you can ask me any questions you have. I'm here to help you. For you, this help command is not required. If you don't require this, on top of this, see, if I go and search a syntax, you'll get a syntax. Why you need this? When you have Google, when you have Stack Overflow, when you had Bard, or when you have Chat GPT, this is useless now. Why you want to have a search within the tool? So you can close it. To close it, just click that corner button, that will go. So you'll get an ample amount of space to write your code. So just have this. We don't use history. We will be referring into any of the syntax and all. So just close that. Okay. Now this is where we will be writing the code. We will be writing the SQL code. Okay. So here, if you write it, automatically we'll be getting the results. Automatically we'll be getting the results. Okay. So with that, we have come to end of the installation. No more installations. Okay. From today, every class is going to be a practical class. All these days, we have walked you through the presentation. We have walked you through your installation process. Everything was presentation. From today, no more PPTs, no more presentations. Everything is going to be a live class. Whatever I'm teaching, I'll be explaining in a whiteboard and I'll be writing a live coding. Every class will be a live coding. Okay. Now, before I jump into the practicals, any questions? Any questions with the installation?
Is Windows 7 is fine for
No.
installing SQL?
Windows 8 and above.
Okay.
Next. Any question?
No, sir.
All good? Yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
fine,
Yes, sir.
Santosh.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start our practicals. Let's start our practicals. Okay. Now, this is a Excel. This is a Excel. You people are all students of KSR, right? Now, I need to store your information. I need to store your information. 72 people have joined this course. So for 72 people, I need to store your information, right? Everyone will have name. Everyone will have name. Everyone will have phone number, right? Everyone will have student email ID. By chance, if you don't like this example, if you are like thinking about a student, let's take about customer. You're all customer of Amazon. Customer name, customer phone number, customer age, customer location. Okay. All this information we have. Now this is a table. This is a table. In the table, I will go and store all of your information. Who is the customer? Who is the phone number? See, name is name. It's name for everyone. Phone number is phone number. Like everyone will have a phone number, right? Now we have this details. We have this details. Okay. So let's go with the another sheet. I will call this as bad design and I'll call this as a good design. Okay, I'll call this as a bad design. I'll call this as a good design. Now, what is bad design? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what is bad design. Okay, customer name. I'm a bit lazy, so let me copy paste it. Customer location. What is a product he has purchased and what is a price of that product? Okay, and customer name, customer phone number, customer age, customer location, product, price, discount. Okay, all this information have. Let's say I'll take the first person. Who is the first person? Let's take Santosh. And let's take another example. I'll give number and let's take 25 or let's say 28. Location, the best place on this earth, Bangalore. Product, I'm purchasing a laptop and price 95,000 and let's say discount 1,000 rupees. Okay, now this is one table. This is one table, right? This is one table. And you know what? Of course, I'm very much interested with other products. So I'll buy another product. Santosh. I buy another product, headphones. And this time I'll buy for 3,950 and discount is 49 rupees, right? And let's go and buy another product. Let's go and I buy another product. And this time I will buy, what is there on my desk? My desk, I can see my phone, mobile, and its price is 17,000. Discount is 999. Okay. So after that, okay, I purchased. Now I'll go to another person. Let's say is my best friend. I have a story for him. I'll tell you later. So this is phone number. This is his age. This is in Chennai. And he is actually buying, what else I can see on my table? I can see keyboard. Okay. And he has purchased for 800 and no discount. No discount. Okay. Again, the same person is also buying a mobile Vivo phone and is purchasing for 12,500 and is purchasing for discount with this. Okay. Another person comes. Who is other person? Let's say Rajiv. And let me take another person. Is called Vinay. Sorry, Anand. I have a story for Anand. I'll tell you what is that story. So this is his phone number. This is a phone number for Rajiv, and this is a phone number for Anand. Okay, and this guy age is 26, 26, 33. Okay, and this guy is from Pune. This guy is from Pune. This guy is from Mumbai. This guy from Mumbai. And this is a table I have. Okay, and one product he did not buy. The second day he purchased one calendar. Yes, purchased for 350, discount 0. And for this person, Anand, let's say that he has purchased one book and the book price is 499, discount is 99. Now, this is a table. In this table, I have the information. Think for a minute, take 30 seconds time, tell me what is wrong with this table.
Duplicate names, Santosh.
No,
Blank
that's fine.
space.
I have
Customer name,
purchased
Blank
customer
different
name is
products.
There are
same customer
no
name.
price or discount.
Same customer, different product is.
No, that's fine. I have money, I'm purchasing. What is wrong here?
But
No
location
serial
of the
number.
document, data will
The product Vivo is mobile,
the
same
same
should be.
person, with the same person purchasing different products. But same location.
I'm from same location only, right? See, this is my record, okay? This is my record. One time I will buy phone, one time I will buy headphone, one time I buy laptop. Is Amazon putting a restriction that you can buy only one product? Is there any rule?
No.
Then this is correct, right? What is wrong with this?
G and Anand, a few columns
How
are
about
blank.
there is blank also
Discount
present?
should be in a percentage, I think.
They have not purchased, that's why it's blank.
Santosh, how about keeping them in different tables, like rather
Why?
of having
Why?
because
What is wrong with this
see,
table? You tell me first.
Discount column should be in a percentage, I think.
No, that's not a mistake.
because rather keeping customer information, product information, everything at one place, what if we can divide them into different
That is
tables as a
correct.
product and the
That is
There is
customer?
no
correct.
primary.
See, you're absolutely correct. But my question is, what is wrong with this? I'm asking. What if I have in same table?
Nothing wrong.
Okay.
Nothing wrong. Can I use it?
Number of rows are getting increased because of same data.
Customer name should be like with the customer ID.
Okay.
Actually, null val is
Okay. So what? They
empty.
have not purchased. It's null.
It should be mentioned as
Karthik have
N.
duplicate records. Karthik purchased 2 times. Duplicate records.
Oh, he has purchased 2 times. There's 2 records. I have purchased 3 times. I have 3 records. What is wrong? Is Amazon putting a restriction? You can buy only one product? No, right?
No,
Garbage, right?
getting duplicate. No? Duplicate
What is there?
records.
What is there?
He required primary key in this table.
Let's not think too technically. This is your first practical class. Think in a very simple terms. My name is Santosh. I am from Bangalore. My phone number is this. Why are you keep on telling this for every row? Did I ask you? I know you're Santosh, you're 28, you're Bangalore, you have all these details, fine. Why are you keep on adding this? Why are you keep on adding this? Your customer is purchasing 3 to 4 times, I agree. But that doesn't mean that you have to go and store all this here. What I'm going to do, customer, I will put it into a one table, product, I'll put it another table, and who purchased what, I will put it another table. Just before the class, I got scoldings from my mom. Okay. Just before the class, my mom came to my room. I got scoldings very badly. What happened? She opened my cupboard. Everything fall like an earthquake. My clothes, my books, my things, everything started falling from the cupboard. She scolded me. Don't you have time to organize this? In one shelf, you can keep your formals. In one shelf, you can keep your jeans. In one shelf, maybe you can keep your books. In one shelf, maybe you can keep your nightwears, whatever it is. You could have organized it. If I just go and dump everything into the cupboard, the moment you open the cupboard, everything will fall down. And if I want to go for an office, if I'm looking for a formal shirt, I have to search. I have to pull everything down. Whatever you're responsible, if you don't maintain the cleanliness in your house, you get damn scoldings. I'm the best example for that, right? So I keep getting all the scoldings if I don't do any work at house. So when she opens, she expects that In one rack, you should have formal shirts. In one rack, you should have books. In one rack, you should have things. That is where I'm going to apply the concept here. I am going to organize. I'm going to organize customer data into one table, product table into another table. Now let's break this information. Let's break this information. So what I will do, I'll go to the good design. I'll go to the good design. I will take all the Santosh details and I'll put it in this. And then I will go to the bad design. I'll take only the Karthik one record per one customer, one record per one customer. So I'll take this. Now I'll go here. Now I'll go give here and I'll take Anand and I will store it here. Now this is actually like one table. Now this is like one table. In the one table, I will store all the customer information. Okay. Now this is one table now. In the another table, let me go and have the product. Let me go and have the product. So product and product price. So I will have all the details about the product. Okay, what is the products I have? I have laptop, headphones, keyboard, right? So these are the products. So I'll store it here. And keyboard, see, you buy keyboard, it's the same rate only. Why you have to have two? So take this, paste it here, go back, Vivo phone, paste it here, and then come to the calendar and books. I'll go and paste it here. Now this becomes one table. Now this becomes one table. Now this is what I am looking for as part of table. So one table, I will call it as customer table. One, I'll call it as a product table. So in this, you will find only customers. In this, you'll find only products. Now, who has purchased what? Santosh has purchased laptop. Santosh has purchased keyboard. So Rajiv can also would have purchased keyboard. Like this, I need to have another mapping table. This is called transaction table. This is called transaction table. One customer can buy laptop. Same customer can buy same other laptops. So each customer, I will try to have a single record. So Santosh has purchased. Now in this, in the transaction, okay. So what I'll do, let's say Santosh. So this is a name, customer name. And what is the product he has purchased? And what is the price of that product? Now let's say Santosh. Santosh has actually purchased laptop for 95,000. So again, Santosh will buy another product. Let's say he has purchased calendar. Now let's say Santosh has purchased another Vivo phone. Now, when I say duplicates now, only the name is duplicate. That's fine. This is completely acceptable. This is completely acceptable. You know why? Because I'm considering only the name. So this is actually the right design. This is actually right design. So in this bad design, what had happened? In the bad design, I'm repeating phone number, age. First of all, if someone asks your age, it's very, I mean, we feel something. Why these people are asking age? And every row you keep on telling 28, 28, 28, 28. How it feels? Just have it one record. I know it's a age or phone number. You just give it one row. Just is enough. In this, I'm taking only Santosh. Okay, Santosh has purchased laptop, calendar, and view. See, you can make it even better because there could be lakhs of Santosh. So I will have to take a customer ID. Instead of taking customer name, I have to take a customer ID. So one Santosh can be from Bangalore, one Santosh can be from Mumbai, one Santosh can be from Delhi. We will see all that constraints later. But coming to this design, it's like dumping everything into one bucket. This is not the right design. This is called bad design. And a lot of people have not purchased, you have entered nothing. So in order to overcome this,
transaction table.
I will go with the good design. In the good design, one table only for customer, one table only for product, one table only for transactions. And I can make it even better. But to tell you at this point of time, your first sheet, that is a good design, is far, far better than the other one. Though you have three buckets, that is fine. So in this case, what happens is everything is in one means. If you want to search one thing, life is very difficult, right? That's what I give an example. You open your cupboard, everything you're dumped into one table. It's very hard. But here, I have made sure that the data has been scattered across different tables. It's very easy for me to pull the records, and that is why I am preferring good design. As I told you, you can still make it better, but just to give you a rough idea, what is a good design, what is a bad design? Good design is something which you have a specific information storing in a specific table. Customer, I'll store it in one table. Product, I'll store it in another table. And I will also store transaction, where each one is purchasing one product. I'm storing in the transaction table. Now, this is what is preferred rather than going and dumping everything into this table. Okay, so this is about the table. Now, any questions?
In transaction table, not having customer phone number and customer ID. If I want the customer phone number, then how to, if I want Santosh contact number, how to find
That
that?
we will see later. We have to use other concepts. For now, my objective is I have a table, dumped everything there, I'm separating it. That is all is my requirement. How to get the data with table 1 in table 2, that and all we'll see later. At this point of time, my focus is only to break the main table into small table. Any other questions? Any other questions?
No, Santosh. No.
All good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As
Yes.
a next step, we are going to create this table in our database. How long I can store it in Excel? How long I can store it in Excel? If I close this, it's gone. If I close this, it's gone, right? Why will I store it in Excel? I have a beautiful place to store. I will go and store it in the database. How to store this data in the database is what will be discussed in the next class. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue implementing the tables in the database in the next class. Before coming to the next class, please make sure that you have installed the MySQL software. Are we good?
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
I installed MySQL or SQL Server.
It's your wish. You can install any database, but what we will be teaching in the class will be MySQL. So all the syntax, concepts, everything we will explain in MySQL. As I said, 95% of the times SQL code will be same. You can, if you already have any other database, feel free to use it. If you want a sync between my teaching and your learning, recommended to install MySQL.
So Santosh, I do have one question. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I want to ask, why do we need the product table? Because in transaction, we already like collecting the products and who buy those products. So what exactly the need of product table?
There is a product, okay, called pen. Okay, there is a pen and the pen price is 50 rupees. This is a product that is available in product table. Okay, tomorrow someone is coming from outside and is asking Amazon person, hey, in your Amazon portal, how many products you have? This what is the question they're asking. Okay, if you go to Amazon portal, let's say you buy something and you will search here how many products are there. So they'll ask, so this is one product, this is one product, this is one product, all this information they will ask, correct? Now, in your case, you're already saying this product information is present here. Tell me, is all the products been purchased? Where is pen? Where is book? Where is headphone? You have not purchased. So means the total product will be 3 according to you. But is it true? The total products is 8. That is why I need a table for product. You are saying I will get it in product. What is a guarantee that everyone will buy one product? There are a lot of products in Amazon. People have never even purchased. There are crores of products. Will everyone buy it? So if someone is asking, hey, in your portal, how many products you have? You'll simply go and say 3. Is it correct? Is your question answered?
No.
No. Is your question not answered? Who asked this question? Is it clear? Any other questions? All good? Okay.